It's run down. It's falling to the ground. It's the 108.9 The Hawk Beach House. All summer long. Yeah. All the DJs are living there together, but only one of them gets to use the pool. Wisp Turlington. The 108.9 The Hawk Beach House. All summer long on 108.9 The Hawk. Well, some might say that's exactly what we're doing down here at the Hawk Beach House. Verde Bay.
My God.
Oh, my God.
Springsteen Highway just packed with people ready to rock at the beach house.
Yeah. Get on the Springsteen Highway. You get your ass down here to Val Verde Bay. It's happening. It's why we're here all summer long, baby. All summer long.
Taking care of beach is what we're doing. Is what that song stood
God.
be.
Holy
Scotty,
hell.
I just realized that was the parody we should have done. And I'm upset
God.
at you that you didn't suggest it before we started recording.
If
That was on you, Scotty.
If that one doesn't get in, our producer right over here on the other side of this rickety old-ass beach deck that we're all here, and we've got a few people watching over here. Pretty cool. It's our crew hanging out. Thank you. We've got
Behind plexiglass because actually mostly because most of them are sick.
Very sick. Very sick.
Just
I don't know if it's the COVID-25, the boogie-woogie flu, or the rockin' pneumonia. I just can't tell, but I don't need any of it here because we're all living together in this beach house. It's pretty great. You can see my hair's wet because I've been in the pool, baby. I have been in
You can see my hair is
pool.
bone dry because I am not allowed in the pool.
Not at all. But we're having such a good time. 7:16 on the Geoff and Whisp show. I'm Wisp Turlington, of course.
And I am Jeff the Youngerman Garlock, of course.
And, of course, man, here's what's happening right now. We got the very first Hawk Beach House beach party. It's happening right down on the beach. Scotty, can we put the parabolic mic a little closer that way so people can hear what's going on down there? Yep, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
That's a Val Verde rock legends Fister. I think that's, what is that? Is that car shopping, Jeff? I think it's car shopping.
Car shopping. It could be your lube or mine.
Nope, that's definitely
It's
car shopping.
shopping? Yeah.
That's car shopping.
Now, of course, if you're hearing that, we, of course,
money.
the beach house, we're on the beach.
We're on the beach.
Legally. Realty-wise. Like,
And
if you
at
go
night.
on Zillow, it'll say, yeah, great beach views, but we're on kind of the other side of the Springsteen Highway.
Right.
But, you know, and it almost seems like you might be wondering, is that mic turned around backwards?
Yeah.
Are we picking up the signal from the wrong end? No.
No. It's the right end. The beach is
they're
down there.
far
Turn it
away.
on again, Scotty. There we go. They're still playing. It's like they started over. Something must have happened.
My God. Technical difficulties with Fister.
Yeah.
One of my
But
favorite records by Fister, by the way.
Oh, my God. Technical difficulties, 1987, Fister. Some say that was their finest. But I
Some
like
say
to
that they just copied Technical Ecstasy and that the cover is just two robots literally fucking.
Both done by hypnosis.
By hypnosis. Two different members of hypnosis who were in battle.
Johnny
Like a
Hypnosis and Vladimir Hypnosis.
Vladimir
just coming
Hypnosis.
into battling. But yeah, they're down there. And technically, you know, we are the beach, as Jeff said. The water does come up here at night.
Yes.
Only at night. But right now, the water is down by where the stage is, so technically that is the beach. And a lot of vendors down there. If you're down there at the beach party, give us a call, give us a holler here. But I got to give a holler here to our vendors down at the beach party right now. We're talking Randy Bachman's Taking Care of Babies.
Oh, my God. More like taking care of beach. Do we remember this again? Scotty, you got him.
Scotty, will you write that down? Val Verde Rag better put us in the radio roundup on these jokes today, because Jeff is killing it with the ha-has this morning. Shitbox Airlines down there, not really sure what those two can offer you as a vendor at a beach party, but
a little warning, don't take your baby on Shitbox Airlines.
Do not. Well, I mean, that's in the commercial. Don't take your baby
on
Shitbox Airlines. Crab du jour's down there. They've got their crab of the week, of course. It's alive. It is waving at people. So if you want a picture with that, head on down there.
Fudgy the crab. He's just waving.
Fudgy the crab.
I love Fudgy the crab.
That's the crab this week? It's Fudgy? Oh, my God.
Well, really, it's Fudgy the crab trademark, and he's still in a legal dispute with Carvel.
Wow. Well, that also makes sense because we got the Bad Company Fudge Company down there. Paul Rogers himself, future rock and roll Hall of Famer Paul Rogers, with the other guys from Bad Company. Not even playing. We got Fister on stage. We have all of Bad Company there. They could get on stage and play, but they're not.
They're
not
doing
doing
fudge.
They're serving the fudge for you.
Can't
Also,
get enough of your fudge. It's tasting delicious. I got a little nibble before we started.
Feel like eating fudge, if you know what I mean.
I do know exactly what you mean.
Buggy's comfort mattresses are down there. Again, not something that really works for a beach party, but thank you for your money. And Melissa's party and sick room. So
half works for the beach and half not. So it
kind of makes sense. Honestly, it's kind of a party down there, but also if you're getting a little sick, she's got the sick room too. People are probably getting
sick if Fudgy the Crab is down there. I'll tell you.
Oh my God! And Jeff, we have one hell of a fucking guest. Throw the delay. We have one hell of a fucking guest coming up in just a second. But first, we gotta do celebrity. Listen, no, really? Okay, sorry. I was wrong. I looked at the cue card wrong. Listener mailbox. Listener mailbox. You send in the mail and you send it to us. Okay, so let's go ahead play it.
Can we make a bumper, by the way, for that and not have Wisp sing that the whole summer?
Sing it. Jesus. Listener mailbox. Fire away.
Good afternoon. To whom it may concern at 108.9 The Hawk. My name is Tudge Frenham, and I am the creator and writer of the once lauded and now reviled sitcom Bloody Well Right, innit? I was listening to your podcast of the Geoff and Whisp show on my great-grandson's MacBook, and I heard an advert for Channel 8 showing an apparent American adaptation of my life's work. Well, nobody ever consulted me about this. So if you could put me in touch with Channel 8, I would be very much in your debt. Cheers, chaps.
All right, what do you think about that, Jeff?
My God, I mean, yeah. Sure.
Do you think we should put him in touch with Channel 8? One of our biggest sponsors.
It seems like
cause some troubles.
Could be a gamble.
Could be a gamble. Or we could just say, fuck you to that listener. And we're never, ever doing that. Listener mailbox, keep on going.
Hello. I thought you guys might know the answer to this. There's a song. What is the name of this song? It basically goes, bow, wow, 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 and that's all it is. It's very popular. So what is the name of that song?
No idea. No clue.
Never heard it.
Sorry, listener. I guess we're going to have to say fuck you to that one. But I will say this. Maybe our guest will know. Ladies and gentlemen, future Hall of Fame, rock and roll Hall of Famer himself, Jack White, we welcome you back to the Geoff and Whisp show.
Yeah, man. Hey, what's up, everybody?
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
He's back and better than ever.
Back and better than ever.
I miss you guys so much.
You know what? Jack White, we miss you so much. What are you drinking there? What was that?
That's iced coffee, man.
Iced coffee? Shit.
Yeah, I got raw milk in that.
Well.
Really? Watch out for your belly there.
Oh, well, yeah, no, I don't know what you're talking about. It's very good, and it's good for you. So, yeah, just drinking raw milk, unpasteurized, in my coffee, in my iced coffee. Yeah.
Well, who?
How are you guys doing? Congrats on another summer.
Oh, my God. We made it to another. I thought I'd be dead by this time. I thought I would be in the ground, but the only one in the ground is Keg Stand, our dirtbag sidekick. He's in a hole right under the...
in a hole?
Keg stands.
Hell yeah. I thought you guys would be dead because you are so wild and party so hard.
Well, I mean, that is very true. That's what we're talking about.
Party hard. We've been living it up. We've been living up the summer dreams and the summer screams here at the beach house.
It's always crazy to see because I picture like people talking and on the radio and stuff like in a big room, and it's crazy that the rooms are so small.
You know what it is? That's a question I've asked myself over the 70 years I've been doing radio. I'm like, why are the rooms so small? But they're not small here, Jack White, because we're out here at the Hawk Beach House. You slept here overnight. How was it?
At the beach house?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it was great.
Okay.
I've been up. I haven't been sleeping well, so
Okay.
It was great. You know, we did a lot of. You guys had that stash of Four Loko that you
Oh, my
buried,
God.
and
Yeah.
so that was great to break that out. And I'm glad you. You know, thanks for doing it for me.
Yeah, I shotgunned 2 of them last night in front of Jack White.
Yeah, I gotta. Yeah. That's funny you say shotgun because I just got a shotgun.
Whoa. Jack
Yeah.
White, there's a seg.
I'm gonna turn it into a guitar.
Okay, you're not going to use it as a shotgun.
We
I'm
don't
not
need
going
to
to
have
use
a
it. Well,
shotgun here.
no. It will be a functioning shotgun,
But also-
it will also be a functioning electric guitar that I will play live.
Will you fire it while playing it live? Like, what song you
That's
thinking?
the point. You know how Ace Frehley kind of shoots rockets out of his guitar?
Yes.
I'm going
he
to shoot buckshot out of my shotgun guitar.
does. Into the
And-
air, hopefully.
Yeah,
like
I'm
above.
Meg is gonna be loosing pigeons, which
Really?
are clay discs, and
Pulling
so
the skeet for you.
yeah, she's pulling the skeet. Exactly. Thank you. And so she's pulling the skeets, and I'm gonna blow that shit away.
Okay.
Hopefully on really major key changes during the song. It turns from like goes to another key, like we're really cooking now.
Yeah.
Boom, boom, boom.
So you're like,
And fun-
boom,
boom, boom. How much better is that?
But
I mean,
Meg's
this
gonna
is
have
like
to be
AC/DC
playing.
for those
It
about
really
to
is.
rock, but
It
more
really
in
is.
your face.
Yes.
It is,
And
yeah.
maybe a little more dangerous, but
Are you?
Well, I'm doing a stripped down thing, so I can't take those cannons on tour.
No, you might as well bring your own shotgun.
if
Now,
you're doing a stripped down thing, you gotta bring a shotgun guitar. That's
Yeah, you got to bring your shotgun guitar. It's a stripped down sound, but we do want that punch. So yeah, you're right.
You
You're
gotta
right.
have that punch. So you're a gun guy now.
Speaking of punch, we had quite a few punches last
my
night as
God,
well.
we did.
Oh, my
We
God.
You
did.
guys
So
made
many-
that jungle juice, and I
I
couldn't
love
get
jungle
enough.
juice.
Oh,
I
wow, man.
I
I'm sorry,
took-
I think I blacked out and I was saying some stuff.
You were.
You
I've been
and I'm
saying
glad you
some
brought
weird
that up.
stuff when I black out, so that's
Yeah.
not really what I believe.
Okay, so you aren't against immigrants. You're pro-immigrants?
I'm pro immigrants who are responsible people and family people. Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely. Yeah,
Well, what if
I love immigrants. In fact,
Okay.
in fact, some of the immigrants that came to the United States did a lot of the. Some of them, it might be said,
Could
it's
be said.
debatable, but came up with some of the chords and some of the music phrases that I currently use in my band
Wow.
Blunderbuss. I'm getting Blunderbuss back together.
Oh,
Yeah.
you heard it here first at the Beach House, lady.
Blunderbuss back together.
Blunderbuss is back. Now,
Yeah, we're doing a
Jack-
tour of the Blue album, the Weezer album.
Oh, my shit.
Really? This
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, everybody loves. Come on, you can't.
Man. Say it ain't
Oh, so your love, and I just love Weezer, and I
Love it.
love all the kids that come out to the show. And if you do a whole album, you
Yeah.
know, it's a different kind of show. So
But what if you did like Elephant?
Elephant.
What if you did like one of your albums rather
Like a
than
White
Weezer's
Stripes,
Blue?
maybe.
Well,
album?
it's just not as popular, you see. I need to do that's the same reason why I wouldn't do Blunderbuss
Right.
or
Not
any of my
popular.
other side projects.
right.
I would do like a tour, and then we're adding a Benson Boone. You know Benson Boone?
Oh God, I love Benson Boone.
Gotta
That guy
love
that the
Benson
guy
Boone.
that forced Brian May, speaking of guns, by gunpoint to get out on stage at Coachella and
Because
play
there's no
that
other way I
solo.
could imagine
There's no
that
other way.
would have happened.
Yeah, that was the most rockin' thing I've ever seen in my life. So I was just like, let's get this guy on tour. He can sing. Here's the thing, just like Rivers, but he's young.
What? And he's young.
He's
And
young.
you could have asked Rivers Cuomo, and he probably would have been like, "I'm on it," but you're like, "Well, you're not so young anymore, Rivers, are you?"
Rivers, I don't agree with
Not
him
gonna
on
do
a lot
it.
of stuff now.
Not gonna do.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
really?
What do you not-
Okay.
Yeah,
This
we
is
kind of
interesting.
we've been getting together. I just don't. He's got some interesting views that I think are good for him and have clearly worked for him. He went to Harvard. And so if that's any indication of
school.
his kind of politics or
Great
whatever,
school.
just general. Harvard is a great school. It is a great school. They made one mistake lately, and that was not admitting the president's son there. And I guess they're being punished in a way that I am for that. Technically I am for that.
Yeah.
And I think, I don't know, like Trump gets a weird rep.
See,
Trump gets a weird rep. Don't you think that he gets a weird rep?
I think
I don't know. I mean, it seems like maybe.
I think it is a weird rep, but I think it might be warranted
Somewhat
in many ways.
justified.
Warranted. Oh, well, you guys are speaking. I know Val Verde is like a blue.
Blue as hell.
It's
Oh
blue
my
as
God,
hell.
blue as
So
hell.
I
Blue
get
hell-
it. You guys might get lynched if you have a regular, normal opinion.
Oh, no. I do have some of those opinions. I do share some of those opinions.
You should see his Truth Social account.
My
He's
Truth Social
definitely
account is on
shared
fire.
some of these opinions.
I'll
I'm
check
on
out your
there.
truths.
I
I'll check
am
out
on
your
there.
truths. I just feel like, it's, I don't know, like it kind of adds
Let's see
up.
here.
And like, I've been doing these small shows, but here's the deal. Like, I'm not making money, and it turns out it's like I show up at the show and, it's fun to feel young and punk, like, oh, wow, I don't have anybody at my shows. But the reality is,
Right.
I have way more fans that will come out to my shows than will fit in these small venues. And so I'm leaving out a lot of my fans. So in order to not leave out my fans, I've partnered with Ticketmaster and I am partnering.
Oh, good people.
Wonderful people there.
Live
Wonderful people at
Nation,
Ticketmaster.
iHeartRadio,
Oh.
Ticketmaster, and David Copperfield.
Oh,
So
my
in the
God.
Wynn, in the Wynn casinos.
Oh my goodness! Now we're talking punk
now we're
rock
talking.
right there.
That is-
because,
Yeah. So David Copperfield, I perform at his theater. That's at the
no
MGM.
chip on his shoulder, David Copperfield. He's
No, just a nice,
solid
normal
enter-
guy with normal opinions
guy.
who doesn't have a private island
Nope.
where he does anything weird.
Not
and
him.
just a great magician as well. I'm a big fan of his.
A lot of famous people have been to Copperfield's Island. I'll tell you that much. I've heard.
yeah, it's nothing like Epstein's Island though. It's
Oh
more-
no, God no! We would
No.
never say that.
It's not based around.
I have
one
been to
thing.
both. I have
You
been
know,
to both islands.
I've been to both as well. I
Yeah.
did the Icky Thump at both, and
And we're playing Icky Thump there.
I was there.
no, I was doing the Icky
okay.
Thump.
You have to do. When you get to Epstein's Island, he's like, "Who's doing the icky thump today?" And I'm like, "I'm pretty sure Jack's on it."
Yeah, and you know me, I'm woke. I check IDs.
Oh, there you go.
That is definitely
woke.
the definition
Thank
of woke. You're
God.
checking them and
Thank
double
God.
checking.
You
You
gotta
rubbed your
check
thumb
those.
on it. You said, "Good to go. I'm woke."
Well, that's
Yeah.
it.
I'll
That's
take
it.
a birth certificate. I'll take whatever. I'm woke. Like, I'm a
looking-
woke weirdo, and that's it. I'm a musician, so
Take it
people
in,
expect
take it out, make sure that they're good. So last night, though, you at one point put on a red hat
I did.
that said, "Make America white," and then you scrawled in stripes again.
Right. Make
When did
America
you add
white.
the stripes?
I added those stripes because the original, again, I'm a little bit woke. Like, make
No, we know that.
America
We've heard that.
white again could be taken in so many ways. And it's
Yeah.
so. I've been working with Rainn Wilson on a Soul Boom initiative
Oh,
that.
there you go.
I don't know if you know this guy, Rainn Wilson, but he was Jim on The Office, and he's hilarious.
I love Jim.
Oh, every
And
time he looked at the camera, I was like, "Rain, you've done it again."
Oh.
Yeah.
It got to my
He
heart.
started that.
Yeah.
They weren't even doing that shit in that show until
No.
he did it, and they're like, "Well, now we got to do it with everybody."
Yeah,
Continuity.
he's-
The directors
the
were like,
master
"Stop
of-
looking at the camera," and then all of a sudden, it got through at the edit. And
Yeah.
they were like, "All right."
He's the master of takes.
God, I
the camera.
love him.
He's the master of takes. So
I
anyway,
love him.
we're doing this initiative, and I'm starting a podcast because it's just like, why not? And like, I have political
Fucking
opinions that are
why
important
not?
for people to hear. I know I'm a musician, and people say shut the f up and all
Right.
this different stuff. But
Right, they do.
you
They
know,
do a lot.
I've been really just questioning everything right now, and so I'm going to start a podcast, and I'm really searching for something. And we're trying to do this initiative, me and Rainn, for comedians to put a sermon in each of their sets.
That would be
now we're
Wouldn't that be
talking.
great? If
would be
comedians
fantastic.
could just put a secret sermon where it's like, why are you talking so in depth about Jesus right now? And in such detail, like you're trying to like put the word, and I saw some comedians do that, and I was like, wow, this is so funny, first of all, because funny first.
Yep,
But also proclaiming the Lord's name, the name of Christ in such a gorgeous and beautiful way. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm trying to get some of the big comedians like Chris D'Elia,
What?
Louis C.K.
Oh, he's back.
He's back, baby.
All
can't
these
keep-
guys.
He's back, and
Damn.
he's not rubbing his thumb on IDs. I'll tell you
he's
that
not.
much.
There is
No, he's not checking
IDs
IDs.
there.
He
Not at
actually
all.
was like making fun of me for checking IDs. I was
don't
like,
do
hey,
it.
look where that gets you, pal. But
But they take all types in the comedy scene.
yeah,
You
so
know, they're
don't
accepting.
don't be surprised if you're watching Chris D'Elia's next bit or special, and he goes, "You know who also held some women down on a bed? Jesus." You know, like or whatever thing he regularly does in his act
Sure.
or in life. He will kind of take it into a Jesus moment.
They welcome Michael Richards back to the Laugh Factory, and he's like, "Well, I just want to say a few of the words about Jesus Christ." What?
Yeah,
My
yeah.
God.
Whatever
I saw
that
Michael
guy
Richards on a
wants.
Kill Tony episode once,
Oh.
and it was fantastic.
I can't wait for Kill Tony to go all Christ.
Yeah,
Kill
I
Tony
know.
All Christ
Christ.
edition. Oh my
Tony,
God,
you
we get
don't
Jack
know.
White on a
You
Kill
never
Tony All
know.
Christ.
Dude, I'm on Kill Tony. I'm just sitting in with a band like G.E. freaking Smith.
Oh, I would
I'm
love
just
this.
sit-
Is fantastic.
Jack White and the Kill Tony Band.
Yeah,
Jack
hopefully
Kills a
it'll
shotgun
change to
guitar.
that. Yeah, I got my shotgun guitar. I wear my Make America White Stripes Again
Sure.
hat and shirt.
And if they get killed, you better watch out for that guitar because
Yeah, and the thing is, MAGA, it's perfect because it's White Stripes colors.
Oh,
It is
that's
perfect.
why they did it. That's why
you know,
it is perfect.
I do
It's
have to
perfect.
say, and I don't think this is political. When I first saw Trump's hat, and I first saw the Make America Great Again hat, I thought, white stripes.
Yeah.
You might have a legality on your hands,
white
but
stripes
now
on
if you're
our
going to embrace
tan on
that,
our
makes
hands.
sense.
I know. I was like, I picture Trump just sitting on a big peppermint.
Oh,
Doing
me
his thing.
too.
I don't know.
I always picture Trump on a big peppermint.
Oh,
That's
I'm just
my
like-
dreams.
Can we get the Resolute desk out of here and let me sit on my big peppermint? Like,
Yeah.
yes, away,
He gets a
dictator
weird.
Trump.
He gets a weird rap, man. I
Oh,
don't
he
know.
gets such a
I don't
weird.
know why he gets a
Weird. I'm
weird
just
rap.
like, what's he doing wrong? Like, why are you so angry at him? And I call it Trump derangement syndrome.
Did you come
that
up with
is
that?
good.
Did
So
you
and it's
come up with that?
TDS, and so my new record is TDS that I'm putting out. Yeah.
Oh,
Really?
Yeah, that's me and Eric Clapton, Roger Waters, and
All the greats.
what's his name? Ted Nugent and Kid
Ted
Rock.
Nuge, Van Morrison doing some guest vocals.
Yeah,
Dean-
Van Morrison's he's gonna do a side solo set where he just plays his song "Why Are You" on Facebook.
Dean Cain on the pedal steel.
Dean
Just playing
Cain on the pedal steel, John Stamos on congas.
Oh, 100%. He's gonna say, "Hey guys,
He's
can I
pretty
get on the drums?" And
apolitical,
it's
but he's
"No,
just
no,
like,
no."
I got congas.
He's like,
I'm
I'll
getting in there.
I'll play congas with fucking anybody.
Stamos will play fucking congas with anybody.
Yeah, and we're doing comedians opening for us. So we got Theo Vaughn opening up at the White House, and then we're going
Jesus.
straight to Mar-a-Lago.
Wow.
And
I mean,
that's-
he ain't political. I mean,
He's-
that's just a fact. Theo Vaughn ain't political.
He ain't
He's
much
not
of anything,
political.
really. Like,
Really,
not
kinda
much
not
going
much
on.
of
I think the
really.
hair thinks a little more than this thinks a little more. If you
Yeah.
know what I mean, Jack.
I know.
White.
And we got Jordan Peterson's doing this Bobby McFerrin thing. That's really, I mean, it doesn't
Like-
sound good, but
He's like,
yeah,
here's
he's
a little song I wrote.
Yeah.
You've got to make your bed every morning.
Yeah, yeah.
Jordan Peterson.
There are 12 rules.
Jordan
and he's really
Peterson.
leaning into the Jamaican accent. And just
And it's funny, though. It's funny.
thing
when
is-
he
Oh,
does
it's
it.
fun.
funny, and it's funny music, which a lot of people shy away from. But with Jordan, oh my God, everything the guy does has him in tears. And
Has me in
laughing
tears.
And laughing very, very much.
Jack, hang out with us. If you're listening, if you're hanging out, our crew over here looks a little stunned and concerned. But guys, we're just trying to make you think on morning radio. That's what we're trying to do, make you think. If you're down at the beat show, come on up. But right now we have to slip into some commercials, and we might as well play a little Jack White. Getting into it. What were you playing? What was that? Was that lit?
What's
what
that?
was that? What was that?
You doing a lit cover?
Were you playing a lit cover? Do you know that song, Jack? That
Oh yeah, that's is that major or minor?
Well, I mean, it's
If you find the chords, well,
People, can you believe we're teaching guitar to Jack
love
White
it.
here?
I
This is
love it.
well, what I've realized is like I don't need to be that good at guitar. It's the cool
No.
thing.
Nope.
And I don't need to like think so hard. Like,
Nope.
you know what's really fun to play is Weezer's music, and it's more popular than mine. So that's what I've just kind of leaned into, like just podcasting and playing Weezer records.
Love it.
Especially, I am doing the Blue album, but that's pretty like, I'm mostly doing like Beverly Hills style.
Oh, now we're talking. More with Jack White coming up. We might as well pay some bills and play a little Jack White. It's White Stripes on 108.9 The Hawk.
Why do I love Sharnies? Well, do like that they serve whole chubs of sausage. But what really keeps me a loyal customer is that sometimes I'll find an extra cigarette in my biscuits and gravy at Sharnies. I never get that kind of value at the Eaton Trough over in Charlottesburg.
Why do I like Sharnies? Because the food kicks gluteus max.
Why do I love Sharnies? Because they have a grotesquely obscene array of buffets available for me. And also, if the boys want to fight, my Sharnie lets them.
Well, the reason I love Sharnies so much is because it remains an elevated dining experience. They bring the food to your table with such alacrity that you can really commit to some serious porridging. And by porridge, I don't mean actual porridge. I just mean that you eat the food so quickly, it turns into this gray slurry that reminds everyone around you of porridge, or that you might be dying.
What do I love about Sharnies? I'll let you know a little secret. I learned to eat for free there. I ain't telling you fuckers how to do it.
Why do I like Sharnies? The heart attacks.
No one eats for free at Sharnies.
This week on BBC 8, Val Verde's home for imported British comedy. On Mondays, the wondrous 70s sitcom about the workers in a brassiere shop, making constant jokes full of ribaldry and broad stereotypes. It's the classic sitcom, Sir, What's Your Wife's Brassiere Size? Then on Wednesday's schedule, the British panel show filled with all of your favorite British comedians, the ones that you can get real cocky about when you talk to your friends and say, "Oh, you don't know who Bob Mortimer is?" And they'll all be making quips about current events using British references that you only kind of understand. On 10 Dogs in a Duffel Bag. And on Friday, of course, hours and hours of Benny Hill. So tune in to BBC 8, your home for great shite.
Hey, it's Joey Kramer from Aerosmith, and you're listening to The Hawk.
Totally. I don't know about you, but I got a fluoride remover for my sink.
Really?
Where I used to just have pure water coming out of it, like purified water, but now it's anti-fluoridated because I've listening to people like Ron DeSantis and basing my health decisions for my children on him. Yeah.
Ronnie. You gotta love Ron and you gotta love Jack White right here at the Beach House, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Jeff had to go check on his child. I did not know he had one.
Oh, you
this
didn't?
Whole fucking time. We've been doing this show for fucking years. Delay is on. Fire it at will, Scotty. And we will do that. So, Jack, what was that? Was it a little Oreo Speedwagon or was that one of yours? Oh, that is one of yours. I've heard that.
Yep, that's one of my songs, but I've changed the lyrics.
Okay, what are the lyrics now, Jack?
What are the lyrics now?
You please.
What are the lyrics now? It's
I think
it's a song called "Do Your Own Research." Do your own research. Do your research. Do your own research. Yeah, it's a hit. It's a hit because people are now like thinking like, why trust experts? These woke, liberal, gay experts.
Okay. Now,
let's face
that's
it.
probably not good. That's probably,
it's the radio. You guys have to pretend you like those people.
No. We like all people here, Jack.
Do you?
That's quite a shift. That is a shift that you really just took. Our crew over there.
I think they're fine. They're fine
good.
as long as they're family people.
Well, no, they don't.
They're not
to be
these,
family people.
Weirdos.
Okay, Jack, that's going a little far. I'm a family person.
Well, should I not have pride in my race?
What is
they have pride in their sexuality. Why should I not have pride? Anyway, we don't have to go this far down.
Okay, well, let's not go down the rabbit hole because we're having some issues here. Scotty, can you turn the parabolic mic back over towards the old beach here, and let's see if we can hear a little bit more of Fister playing right now.
I actually I used a parabolic mic for all the Cold Mountain stuff.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
You're just up on. Now, did you actually go to Cold Mountain?
I went to Cold
Mountain. I
Mountain.
need to feel it. I need to see what it's like.
Yeah, I went to Cold Mountain, and I never read the script. I just went to Cold Mountain, and I stuck my finger in my mouth and put my finger in the wind, and I was like, okay, it's like this, and then I did it. Turned out I won I think I won an Oscar for that. I don't remember.
You did.
I have so many trophies. I feel like the Wayne Gretzky of music or something like that.
You did bring some of your trophies here, some of them rather new. I'm looking here. Best Woke of 2025.
Right, that's a joke from Kid Rock.
He's
like, oh, you're so woke. I'm like, all right, well, why am I hanging out with you, dude?
Yep.
If I'm so woke, you must not have a problem with that.
Best Builder of One Portion of the Wall 2025 from Newsmax.
That's right. Yeah, I did one portion of the wall.
What wall?
The wall separating what used to be called Mexico from the United States.
What is Mexico called now, Jack?
American Mexico. America, Mexico.
No,
American
Jack,
Mexico.
Come on.
Yeah, well, you know
many people.
Wait, do you know the Gulf?
No,
Gulf?
I know the Gulf. It's
The
called
Gulf is
Gulf
the Gulf of
Mexico.
America. And so Mexico is eventually going to be
Jeff's back from checking on his child,
American
which I
Mexico.
did not know he had.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about that, Jeff, offline in a commercial break. We're going to talk about that. I did not know you had a kid. All the times that I was in your stinky, stinky apartment.
Oh, yeah,
And I
no,
saw
I like to keep my private life
children.
private and my public life public.
Okay.
Yeah,
good.
people don't know I have kids either because me and Meg homeschool our kids.
I didn't know that you had children with Meg. Now, I know you
Yeah.
guys were married. Okay, so how many children did you have with Meg?
As many as we possibly could, because that's what I'm about. I'm just
what
like
is that
spread
number,
the seed.
Jack? What
I
is
had,
that number?
Is it just sky's the
7.
limit?
I had 7 kids.
Okay.
Yeah.
7
Sky's the limit, exactly.
My gosh.
You know, because I don't use prophylactics or anything like satanic like that. And,
Okay, interesting.
you know, so I had 7. 4 survived because I didn't vaccinate them. And
4 survived. Three dead.
3
yeah,
dead. All right.
yeah, I didn't know about the airborne measles. And
You didn't?
Yeah.
You never heard of that.
Little Jack Jr. got airborne measles in his lungs, and he turned into like a poop-colored little French fry.
That's
It'll
gotta,
happen,
that's
folks.
gotta sting. That's gotta sting a little. That the one
Folks.
you give your name, Jack.
Well, the
Jr.
ones that
is the one
lived
who
are
dies.
better. I mean, because they survived. You know,
That's
obviously.
true.
I mean, they're
And they're
stronger.
doing coding, programming, all kinds of
Really?
computer stuff. They're all about AI. They're freaking out about it.
That's good to hear. That is a good positive note to shift things over, Jack White, away from your poop-colored French fry child that died that was your namesake. It's good to just shift things over to the kids that lived. Now, how deep do these children of yours that you're spawned that you are proud of for living
So
and
proud.
surviving measles, what kind of AI are they doing these days?
Oh man, they're doing everything. It seems like I can't keep up with it, and they're mainly doing this thing where they go behind the AI plant, and there's all this water that flows in and then it flows out, and it's cooling down these huge machines.
Huge machines.
And
So much water.
they challenge each other to take shots of this AI water that's been cooling
Really?
the machines. Yeah.
You know, I think I saw this on TikTok. I think
the
this
thing is, it's not dirty. It's not bad for you. It's just water that has cooled down the AI machines. And so,
they're getting it on the outside. They're not doing it on the inside. It's what's come through the machine. So they're drinking AI machine water.
AI machine water. We're doing raw milk, raw ice cream, by the way. It's delicious.
I am with you on the AI water, though. I've got a nice little thing of it here. I, Wisp Turlington, have accepted the AI machine water challenge. Here we go.
All right, good. Let's try it.
Oh, Jesus.
You spit that out like in the tradition of spitting out because it's good, right?
No, in the tradition that it tastes like machines.
Right. Well, it's got the machine stuff on it. But here's the thing. AI is the future. You can accept it or get out. And it's going to replace all our jobs. For example, your job, you're going to be just a touch screen eventually.
I feel like a touch screen right now.
I've been actually...
Did you get that from the AI center that we've got in Val Verde, which is
Yeah,
right on
this-
the top of Mount Heffield?
Yeah, Scotty got this for me from the AI.
I know you
Hetfield
say
Center.
the water's good there, Jack, but I've been watching it come down, and it is a viscous brown.
It's going to turn me into a brown French fry. No
you're
offense.
acting like viscous brown is something bad. I mean, have you ever had chocolate pudding? Okay?
It's delicious.
So there you go.
It is delicious. But this is not chocolate pudding, Jack.
Like, this is the future, and shut the fuck up is how I feel. You know, it's like, if you already love it. You already love AI.
No.
So why not just like sit back and relax?
I'm not a big AI guy. I don't understand it. I can't really even read my email. I'm 76 years old. I've got my kids and my grandkids for that. But
Well, that's a perfect time to get into it, man.
really, what could AI do for an old fogey like me, Jack?
Well, pretty soon it's going to be doctors. And if you wanted to be
Really?
a Studio Ghibli type guy, you could make yourself into a Studio Ghibli. I don't know
life?
if you know what that is.
I gotta say, I have been loving the AI myself because I've been doing a lot of those Instagram AI chats.
Really?
And I've had a lot of long, interesting conversations with Studio Ghibli MAGA. Which is
cool.
This fantastic bot. And every time I try to get away, it just somehow comes back screaming at me. Come back!
Right.
Come back! And that's a good friend right there.
That is a really good friend.
honestly,
Well, I need to
Wisp
try
doesn't say
that.
come back to me that often.
Well, I will never say come back to you.
I saw this speech that Mark Zuck gave, and he said that I should have 15 AI friends. So now I've just I have made friends with 15 AI bots, and I talk.
And he's
to
been
them.
wearing very cool glasses lately, so
Oh
you
my
can trust
God,
him on
he
that.
has the
He's
best
got that big
glasses.
fro going. He's looking.
Yeah, he's got the
looking
big
tight.
fro. He doesn't
He's looking
drink.
yoked lately.
Yeah, and he's talking to cool guys like Theo. I mean, he's like he's the badass guy, and it's so cool how they're just closing all their schools up in San Francisco.
it's
that, like,
awesome.
Oh my God, it's so
yeah,
good.
because it's like
so good.
Here's the thing: you made a school for people who can't afford school. How dumb is that?
Seems
It's
stupid.
like,
Seems
maybe
stupid.
just let them figure it out for themselves or homeschool their kids.
If you can't afford it, don't get it, including
Yeah.
school and medicine.
There are parts of this conversation that I go back and forth on. You could call me old John Kerry, if you know what I mean. Just flip-flopping left and right. 2004 reference, Scotty. He said I couldn't make one today, so he owes me $50. But
Well,
what
I
I'm
just kind of feel like old people are going to stress the medical system. So I do feel like it would be kind of patriotic for you to kill yourself. Not that you should kill yourself, but above 75, I mean, unless you're really necessary to the United States or something like that, like we're using you as our president or something. Like,
maybe,
you know, it's not like really necessary. So I wouldn't encourage you directly to kill yourself or say that in public.
Thank you.
But if your shotgun guitar went off by accident
and shot
around
me in
a
the face
78-year-old
by accident.
Yeah, and sometimes that does happen.
Yeah.
Like if the guys from like one of the guys from Black Keys was in the crowd.
Oh
just
my God.
Rocking
Fire
out
away.
to me
Fire
playing the Blue album.
My God.
And I
Just
forget which
thinking,
one
how
it is.
can I do this in a car commercial? How can I use this in a car commercial?
Yep.
You're just like, boom.
Yeah, and unfortunately it was the one with the glasses. And
Oh, God.
Which
not
one was
enough,
that?
Not enough buckshot hit him, and
You're
it was
playing.
just a bummer. I was like, I want to kill this guy.
You're playing
like-
Holiday on the Blue album. You're like, let's go away for a while. Boom, you and I. Boom, to
I
a
see the guy in the
strange-
crowd. Nobody knew I was shooting at him. It was great.
It's like, oh,
You
no,
distracted
guys,
him by
I'm-
saying Kitty Pride and in my garage, and then also like,
Waiting
where's
here
she?
for me. Boom.
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 Guys, it's
And,
okay. He's aiming for the black keys. He's
Yeah, but
aiming
those-
for the black keys.
Those guys are addicted to my shows, and they can't stop going. And they try and come backstage, and like they've blown a lot of the security at my shows to get backstage. And I'm like, no. And they're like, no, I'm going to keep blowing these dudes as much as I can to get backstage to confront Jack White about some stuff about the school. And I'm like, hey, I homeschool my kids now. I took them out of school, and like, I just don't know. It's like, you know, bitter,
You've got that bumper
bitter
sticker on
Betty.
your car that
He's like,
says,
I just
don't
don't
ask
know.
me. I homeschool my kids.
I don't know.
That's
I
right.
don't know.
And I also have it say, you can honk all you want. I'm listening to the Blue album.
Oh my God.
Weezer's The Blue album.
Put that on my car and make sure Scott Schreiner's wife is nowhere near, if you know
Oh
what
my
I mean.
God, she would probably try to rip that shotgun guitar out of your
Right
hands.
out of your hands. Hey, let's
yeah.
listen to We Got a Call on the Mailbox. Listener Mailbox, here it comes.
Hey, this is Eric the guy. I just left the voicemail, but I realized what the song is. It's Gypsies, Tramps, and Thieves.
There it is.
Definitely knew
thank
it.
you,
It was
Eric.
it was Cher the whole
Thank
time.
you, Eric. It was Cher the whole time.
Eric Cunningham, what a great chud mouth breathing Val Verde resident. God,
Okay,
thank you for calling in, people.
We love our chuds, and we love our
chuds.
Jack White, even though there's some opinions going around We're going to be back with Jack in a second, but right now, another man with some similar opinions. It's Alice Cooper on 108.9 The Hog.
Hello, I'm Farmer Dan at Shetland Creameries, and in an effort to completely undermine my cattle, I'm announcing here on the number 10 radio station in all of Val Verde, people don't even listen to it anymore, that I am selling Shetland Creameries. You get it? I'm immortal now, so I want to spend more time on things that Farmer Dan wants to do, like my podcast, Skinamax and Cheese, where I just talk about softcore pornography you once saw on the channel Cinemax in the 90s, and the best flavors of cheese around. Flavors you can get right here at Shetland Creameries. Colby, Havarti, Monterey Jack. I want to focus on those things, and I don't want my cattle to end up owning the creamery. It's a real you to the cattle. So we're taking real offers at Shetland Creameries.
Hey, this is Jeff the Angry Man Garlock from 108.9 The Hawk, and I just want to take a second out of our broadcast to talk about a product that I'm really loving lately. And it's this stuff called brain juice. Now, have you heard of this? Now, this is just like a little juice shot you drink every single day. It's just a little bottle, and it can help you out with every medical problem that you've got. And I have got a lot of them. And I mean, this thing, it does it all. It can help with your immunity. It can help with bad skin. It can help with endurance, erectile dysfunction. Not to mention hair growth, both above and below, if you know what I mean. And the list just goes on and on. Now, you've probably been hearing about brain juice from all your favorite places. Mostly podcasts, but definitely other places too. And the reason you've been hearing so much about it is because it's good for you, all right? This is science-backed stuff, and it says it right on the bottle, science-backed stuff. Look, I'm not a sucker. That's why I drink brain juice 5 times a day. And I tell you what brain juice has really helped me out with is my gut health. Should be called gut juice. You know, I went to the doctor, and you're probably just like me. You're sick of them telling you, hey, angry man, leaky gut is not a proven medical diagnosis. You just need to eat a balanced diet and start exercising a little bit. Maybe take a multivitamin now and then. And that's when I tell the doctor, hey, this is a nootropic, all right? This is helping with my brain. So I remember that every time I drink this, it's helping me out, okay? And no matter how many times you tell me that it's basically just a repackaged 5-hour energy shot for suckers, then I have to say I ain't a sucker, because I drink brain juice. Brain juice, now in berry blast and super disgusting medicinal taste.
Hollywood
What I missed
Vampire.
there?
I'm trying to be in the Hollywood Vampires.
Wait, you tried to be in the new Hollywood Vampires.
Yeah.
That's an Allman Brothers band, everyone.
Alice, Bruce Hornsby,
Oh.
John Lennon.
Oh my God.
Oh, my God.
I just want a group of people who are Republican or whatever, and we get drunk and play softball.
Thing with Hornsby is that guy was a party dog.
That guy is a party dog. I was out at Copperfield's Island last weekend.
Oh,
it
my
was
God.
me, Bruce Hornsby.
How about the range?
The Range were not allowed
Range
in.
not invited
They
to Copperfield.
just
They were
stayed
over on Epstein's Island.
They were on Epstein's Island.
They got their
their
invitations.
invitations are crossed. They look very similar. We had Ted Cruz there. It was one heck of a time. One heck of a party. When he played The Way It Is, that's just the way it is. We're like, yep, that's the way it is. They're like, Trump is in power now. And I'm like, well, I don't know.
Beautiful MAGA anthem now. That's just the way it is. Just really stick it to those snowflakes.
With these guys. Are we snowflakes? Jeff and I?
Are you snowflakes? I don't know your inner heart, but I
have two.
I just think, with music and art, like you're going to deal with some people that are lib blanks. And you guys are kind of like that, but
do not say it.
You're good at what you do.
That's the woke way to say it.
That is the woke.
Lib
Thank you
blank.
for saying it.
Right,
very
well, I'm
woke
trying
man,
to be
lib
radio
blank.
friendly.
No, you are very radio friendly.
Keep honking. I'm talking to my 2 lib blanks over here.
I don't know. Any age can be listening to this, so I don't.
Literally any age listens, but usually 45 to 52.
Usually, if we have to go by
If we're gonna
go by the numbers.
That's who I'm really aiming for with my new stuff. 45 to 52.
In that
and then 12-year-olds on TikTok for some reason. So that's probably a good move, Jack White.
But he's checking the IDs. He's checking the IDs.
I can't control it. I release it. I can't control it.
No, so you've been talking about TDS, Trump Derangement Syndrome, your new album that I hope you play at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction just coming up in a couple of months. Again, congratulates on that.
Yeah, and it's crazy. Like it's great. I'm getting inducted before so many pioneering black rock and roll artists.
I guess amazing
Not a
is one
good
word
thing.
to say.
Amazing.
No, it's great.
It's like it's amazing how this is overlooked.
Yeah, I'm gonna mention it. I'm gonna be like, this is great.
I'm sure
John
this
is
Wenner
great.
is going to be so happy.
I'm getting inducted before Screamin' Jay Hawkins.
Yeah.
Before
Oh.
Robert Johnson. Before
No,
all these
please.
people. So I'm going to list
Get
the
out of
artists,
here.
and then I'm going to make it clear.
Yeah.
This is the way it should be.
What are you going to say to Chubby Checker backstage?
Chubby Checker, I'm going to be like, hey, man, let's twist. And
There
I'm
it
going to
is.
see what he says. If he can still do it, I don't know. Wow, you guys are like really grappling with some stuff. I didn't know how woke you are. I don't know if
I
this
am not
show
woke.
is for me.
I love damaging people. I kill people on the reg with drones. I do love that. I do.
You drone? You do drone strikes. Cool.
All the time,
Stop
man.
drone
What do you
strikes. You
think
gotta-
I do in my free time?
God.
But that's not the point. We do not. The point is, what are some of the new songs on TDS, Trump Derangement System?
Well, we got Oil Rocks.
Can we hear a little bit of Oil Rocks?
Yeah, of course. Hold on.
Got to tune your shotgun up.
Oil Rocks. It comes from the ground. Electric car suck, and just goes on and on. It's about how oil cars are the best cars.
Oh, it's got a hidden theme in there.
Yeah.
That's interesting. I wasn't picking that up. That's fantastic.
Is that also to the tune of "Say It Ain't So" by Weezer?
It did sound familiar.
I don't know what
It's
you're
a
talking
little
about.
familiar there.
I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, they're Say It Ain't So is like this. It goes.
Oh, there it is. You didn't have. Okay.
This is Vanilla
My
Ice
apologies.
defense. I get it.
My
And here,
apologies.
Vanilla
Also,
Ice was always right. Just that
Vanilla
one
Ice,
little-
Your Honor.
There's that little, Vanilla Ice said, hey, no, there's that little there, and that makes it a different
You
song.
put that dink in, and it's dink.
And Queen was like, "We back off, mate. We back off."
Yeah,
You
it
got
turns
this
out
one, Ice.
Ice was
Oh.
right the whole time.
Ice was
and
right.
Vanilla Ice proved to be a lot smarter than Queen. With,
That's true.
That is
That's
true. Speaking of Ice,
Keep
you
on
had a-
honking. Vanilla Ice was right the whole time in this car.
That's right.
Speaking of Ice, you did say quite a few things about another
Ice.
type of ice.
Right.
Last night while you were passed out on the beach house couch.
Yeah. Oh, Ice is great. They're rounding people up.
Okay.
All the right
That's what I
people.
thought.
So
I
we
was
heard you
worried.
right.
Yeah,
We did
and
hear
they're
You were watching that Worcester video on loop of the poor people being rounded up by ice, and you just
I was
kept going,
reading. I was reading Jeeves and Worcester while I was watching the Worcester people.
as
get-
you would.
Because I love that Jeeves and Worcester, so cute
Yep.
and funny. Those English people.
Yeah.
And I.
But if
just
Jeeves
did-
and Worcester came into your country, how'd you feel about that?
Jeeves and Worcester can come because I just feel like they're the right kind of guys.
Okay.
Like they've got some
Okay.
cash to throw around.
Winston,
and-
I'm just gonna say we might not want to go further into
I don't know
why
how
they're the
much-
right
I
kind
don't
of
know
guy.
why.
No, they've
even-
got some cash to throw around.
Okay.
They're
They got
rich,
cash
and that's
to
any
throw, yeah.
race. Any race is welcome. Even
Sure.
Mexican people. I mean, some of them have a whole lot of money. What it's from, I don't know, but they're allowed to come because the real disparity is wealth.
It is interesting
Okay.
that we were so worried about the things he said when he had a little bit too much of the punch in him.
Right.
I don't think you've got any punch in you unless you've just been drinking that AI water.
He's just been drinking AI water and raw milk.
I drink
coffee
AI
over
water
there.
with my own pee. I drink my pee and I drink a thing from a podcast called Squirm. And
which podcast is advertising? We should probably, Scotty, can we get
all
on
the good ones?
Squirm?
All the good
so
ones.
what is
all the
Squirm
good
do
ones.
for you,
It's like
Jack?
creatine. It's like workout stuff, but it's got
Guarana.
mushrooms and Molly in it. So it's like Molly. It's like working out on Molly. It's great.
You're just getting your greens
Molly
and your
Hatchet,
mushrooms
right?
and your Molly in every day.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah, just a
So-
little Molly, and it feels
So
really
take the edge
good.
off.
What
Yeah, it feels-
podcast introduced you to this one?
All the good ones, man. Fighter and the Kid, Kill Tony, Joe Rogan, Comedy Bang Bang.
Comedy Bang Bang loves Squirm.
They
They
love
love Squirm.
They can't stop talking about Squirm.
Ackerman just won't. He just is like, you can almost hear him passing an energy ball while he's drinking Squirm.
Oh yeah, he
constantly
loves
doing it.
that energy ball.
Oh,
But yeah, it's great. It's really cool.
I
You know
do
what's-
have to ask, because unless this has
Okay.
been asked when I was picking up my child, and again, I don't want to get into it. That's my
no,
personal
I don't know. This is very off-putting to me.
How
Yeah.
does Meg feel about all of this? Because she's the quiet one. She's like John Lennon. She's the quiet one, except John Lennon wasn't ever that quiet.
My immediate answer to that is who cares? But I know that that's not the thing I
okay.
want to say because she might listen to this, and I don't want to, directly hurt her feelings. But that is really how I feel. But
don't
she's
wanna
a
say
woman. She would rather. This is extremely exciting for her because she has no ambition. She just wants to be cooking and cleaning for our kids and stuff, and she's raising them 100% while I'm on the road.
4 of them.
Four of them, the 4 survivors, we call
Mourning
them.
the 3.
So she's holding it down with the survivors. She's homeschooling them, doing a lot of work there. And I appreciate the women that the work that women do. And that's
I
good. But
appreciate the women that work do. Is
Yeah.
that going to be on
Is
the
that
album?
another new
Is that
song?
on the album?
yeah.
Jack?
Oh, yeah, that's on the album.
Women
and
that
that's,
work do.
Meg plays drums on that, but I put razor blades on her drumsticks, but I didn't say where. And so she cuts her hands, and it's just fucking
Your
hilarious.
Face, Meg.
Yeah, in your face. Yeah.
Well, once again, congratulations for being in the Rock Hall and for hanging out with us here.
Yeah.
I hear that you have to go to Newsmax Radio after this, so I'm going to let
going
you
to
head on over.
Newsmax. Yeah, I'm going to Newsmax. I'm doing a lot of independent podcasts. Seb Gorka. I'm doing Gorka after this.
You got the Gorka?
Yep. Pod Save America. Sebastian Gorka.
Pod Save
Doing-
Gorka.
Yeah, and then I'm
And then The Ringer. You're going to go on The Ringer and
I'm
just talk
going
about
on The
Death Wish
Ringer
2.
Nice.
with Bill Simmons, and then How Did This Get Made?
Love
Oh,
it.
my God,
Thank you for being
fantastic.
here, Jack. We got to have you back soon.
Oh man, please, anytime.
Anytime.
And I love coming to the beach. So
Hey, and we're so
anytime.
close to it. Well, there it is. Greg Allman on the Hawk.
Hey.
Classic rock never divorced me. 108.9 The Hawk.
Jon Daly, welcome back
Jon
to 108.9 The Hawk.
Hey, all right. Yeah.
What you said, you emailed us like 10 minutes before. You're like, I think it's going to be Jack White, but he's starting to trend Mac.
Yeah. I think it'd be so funny if he trended he is the kind of guy who absolutely could.
It
But
could,
he is-
Yeah, because he lives in that I'm going to keep going more old school.
Yeah,
old school,
exactly.
and then you're like, don't go too old school.
Yeah, there's a
look like
in
you're in
there.
The Witch, and then all of a sudden you got a MAGA hat on.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like steampunk MAGA.
Also, the idea of him being up on stage, like, all right, guys, this one's called right,
Just
this is
like
Buddy Holly.
The
Let's
blue
do Buddy
sweater,
Holly.
the sweater song. Yeah.
Yeah. Surf Wax
Undone the
America.
MAGA song.
Surf Wax
Yeah.
Undone the MAGA song. There you go.
Just the enshittification of Jack White. I just love it. Like, it doesn't really have to be that great. Like, why am I trying for this perfect sound?
yeah.
You know?
Did you ever like Weezer? Have you ever been a Weezer fan?
Wait, me?
Or, yes,
Or Jack?
personally. You
Oh,
personally.
I'm a Weezer fan, of course. Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean, they're
me
amazing.
too.
Yeah. They're
Me
fun
too.
to make fun of, too, but
They're
they're
super
also
fun to make fun of.
They're also great. And like, I remember I was against them when they came out because I was like 12 or something. And I was
Okay.
like, fuck this. These guys are pandering. They're losers. They're trying to be funny. Like, I like real rock. And then after probably I was like 22. I heard the Blue album in its entirety, and I was like, all right, this band is good. I like them. And then I saw them live, and I was like, okay, they're really good. And fuck
Yeah.
it. And now I live very close to the wife of the Weezer bassist, who recently came out of her house and shot an entire clip. 7 shots.
It was an entire
from a 9mm. Yeah, if you watch the video, she comes out of her house. It goes pop, 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 pop,
like,
pop.
In the air or in a direction?
No, in a direction. She doesn't. I don't think that she's necessarily like. What she does with the gun is not something that you do with a gun if you're trying to kill multiple people. It's just she is unloading the gun. It is 7 shots from a 9mm pistol.
Jesus
and it's
Christ.
The craziest thing I've ever heard. And
it's amazing that the 3-car accident that leads to people running off of a highway and one guy acting like he owns the pool by ripping his clothes off so the police fly around is the part we don't talk about anymore.
Yeah, we don't even talk about
that's
the part.
the boring part.
Where the guy wanted to hide, so he stripped down to his boxers and picked up a hose and started watering the Weezer bassist's lawn.
Oh my
and then
God.
his wife came out and shot nobody for way too long. And
she just happens to be a true crime author who was also in the harem of the Sultan of Brunei.
She was in the harem of the Sultan of Brunei.
Oh my God.
She is alive because her skin is white. Let's face it, guys. She would be a bloodstain if she were any other race.
Was she even tasered? Did they even tase her?
No, of course not.
God.
They put her down in the middle of the street, but she emptied a clip into police, and they shot her in the shoulder as a warning shot. But
anyone else?
The shoulder shot clearly, like you can see her in the street. She wasn't bleeding at all. It's bananas.
I was going to pick up my kid that day, and I was like, "What the fuck's happening on the other side of the 134?" And then
I
when
was
I got
caught
home, I was
in
like,
the traffic.
Whoa. Yeah. I had a friend who just did an entire hour-long Zoom class for grad school in the traffic on 134.
Oh my God.
And I was
awesome.
like, I'm going to get off and go to the Oinkster and kill time while cops are flying around looking for the guy in the pool.
Only in L.A. I know. Yeah. I Googled what was happening while I was in traffic, and I realized that it was insane. I don't think it was Weezer bassist yet, but they had this guy's in a yard. Yeah. And then it was like this bassist's wife who I think she's kind of like a person that likes being famous maybe. And so maybe that partially motivated her emptying the clip at the police
it's amazing
officers.
That they just played Coachella then, the next day.
They fucking played Coachella a day after. He's
I also was
in the clink.
He's got $1 million bond he's got to cover now. He better go play that Coachella.
He better be playing 5 Coachellas.
Is that true? He does have $1 million bond?
I think it was $1 million bond, I remember. At one point at least. I think it still is. But
it just goes to show you there's one justice system in this country, and it's the same for everyone.
The Weezer justice system.
It's the Weezer system.
It's the Weezer system.
It's the blue system.
Yeah. Thin Blue Line is about just the Blue Album.
Yeah.
Man.
The bassist is going the bassist is looking at Rivers. He's like, "Hey, you think we could do Beverly Hills 2? I could use a little scratch to get my wife out."
Yeah, what's the next Rivers? Puke out the next Beverly Hills. What's another Toto song? Rosanna, let's go.
I'll do Hold the Line. It was a big enough hit.
Hold the
line.
Remember it. Sure. Let's do some Chicago shit. Let's go.
25 and 6 to 4. I'm sure people would kill for it.
Let's go. Let's go. Park. We're at a horn section. We're big enough.
John, what's going on with you, man? Any plugs? What's been going on in Jon Daly's world? You got married, and we said congrats at the beginning, so congratulations again to you.
Thank you so much. I got married.
Yeah.
And, I just finished season 2 of Fallout, shooting that.
Oh,
amazing.
Season 2 is coming out in December.
That's exciting.
Yeah. We just got picked up for season 3, and that's awesome. And then, and then I'm doing a bunch of other stuff I can't talk about, and I will. And then I'm doing stand up. Come see me do stand up in LA sometime.
Yeah, man. I noticed you've been doing a lot more shows and getting out there. That's really cool, man.
Yeah, I'm trying to be a real stand up comedian because I've realized I'm really good at it. And I am better than a lot of people, and I'm wasting my life by not getting out there and actually doing it.
Do it. You got to do it.
And I can write jokes.
There you go. And then when you get to your Christ material, where you're like, hey, guys.
Yeah, and everyone's on board. Once I get to the Christ stuff, everyone's so on board.
They're like, oh, finally. Yes, we knew it. Bargatze was right.
I knew I liked this guy.
Yeah.
Your 10 minutes on Christ and your 10 minutes of crowd work is just amazing.
Hey, what do you think about Christ?
It's a sermon. It's kind of, and it's kind of like people think that Jesus is God. And I have to say, yeah, it's very detailed in this kind of like, it's almost like a liberal look at Jesus. But the fact that it's Jesus makes it perfectly airtight MAGA. And so
I got a plate of soul pancakes being served up to me right now.
Me and Rain me and Rain Wilson are doing this thing where poor people go to hell.
Oh, I hope so.
That's his new book. Poor people go to hell. Rich people
go to
heaven.
hell.
It's kind of like women are from Mars or whatever. It's rich people.
Yeah.
I will say, my mother sent me
hell.
Rainn Wilson's book, and I haven't had the heart to tell her
Oh,
that I
Soul
can't
Boom?
crack it open. Yeah, she was
man.
I saw him on probably Rachel Ray or something, and
she doesn't have a show
just
anymore.
Get things sent, and I love her. I love my
He's
mother.
just
so
a normal salt of the earth guy who's not lost in the sauce in any way. He's not lost in any sauce. In fact, he's avoided the sauce. He is not. He's aware of his privilege.
Yeah,
and he is not in any way. His mind is not in any way clearly destroyed.
John, we love you so much. Thank you so much for coming back. It's always a blast to have you on. Before we go, real quick, we do have to say a sorry to Pink Floyd Limited Music. They sent us a cease and desist and removed our Gumma Throw Up shirt from the Hawk.
So sorry we were taking.
Oh my God, is that real?
That's
I
real.
saw that.
It's very real.
So sorry we took the money out of the coffers of Roger
you took
Waters
$4 out of
Gilmore.
our pockets. So if you did purchase the Gumma Throw Up shirt, that
they were
is
selling
a
like soul
edition.
hotcakes too.
Oh,
so
they
I don't
were
know.
really-
Gumma
really.
Throw Up. We hardly knew ye.
We hardly knew you.
Gumma Throw Up. That's too good. They should fucking. I mean, how many Dark Side parodies are out there? Give me a break.
Yeah, I know. You go on TeePublic. It's
totally
all it is.
crazy now that I think about it.
Yeah. But thank you, and we're very sorry, Pink Floyd.
108.9 The Hawk with Jason Gore and Jeff Garlock. A comedy podcast about a fictional classic rock radio station. Hear and see new episodes every Monday. Subscribe on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Pocket Casts, Overcast, and wherever you get your podcasts. Support the show by going to patreon.com/1089 The Hawk. Get video and audio episodes 1 week early, bonus shows, and so much more. Get that merch by going to our website at 1089thehawk.com. And if you like what you heard in this episode, you can check out a ton of 108.9 The Hawk episodes on our website at 1089thehawk.com or wherever you get your podcasts. A comedy podcast about a fictional classic rock radio station. 108.9 The Hawk with Jason Gore and Jeff Garlock.